On the sunlit surface, life is defined by speed. Sunlight powers a continuous energy cycle where plants grow, animals consume, and predators build the massive muscle needed for closing the distance on their prey. But most of the living space on this planet looks nothing like that. Below 1,000 meters, the midnight zone encompasses 75% of the ocean's volume, a world of total darkness and crushing 100 atmosphere pressure. This chart shows the energy drop-off as depth increases. In the abyss, the food chain relies entirely on marine snow, a sporadic drift of decaying organic matter that loses most of its original energy before it ever reaches the seafloor. In this environment, the active hunting strategies of the surface become a liability. A predator cannot afford to fuel heavy muscle when the next meal might be weeks or months away. For over a century, our only way to study this space was to drag miles of heavy netting through the dark and pull up whatever happened to be inside. What reached the deck was almost always dead. Organisms built for the extreme pressure of the deep often distorted or collapsed the moment they were removed from it. Among these mangled remains sat the anglerfish. With its disproportionate mouth and strange glowing rod, early naturalists assumed they were looking at a broken specimen, something lost between the deep and the deck. But these features weren't damage. They were a specialized set of biological solutions for a world that had forced life to reinvent the rules of survival. The female anglerfish survives by trading movement for efficiency. She has almost no musculature, allowing her to drift in the current and conserve energy rather than pursuing it. In place of speed, she uses a single point of light. In a world with no sun and no visual reference, a glowing beacon is the one thing no organism in the void can ignore. That glow is produced by a symbiotic colony of bioluminescent bacteria living inside the esca. It requires zero metabolic energy from the fish. She simply provides the housing, and the bacteria provide a lure that never switches off. This cross-section shows the challenge of hunting with light in total darkness. Because the lure glows in every direction, light rays naturally hit the fish, risking the exposure of her silhouette to the very prey she is trying to attract. To stay hidden, her skin evolved to be ultra-black. Incoming light is caught in a dense layer of irregularly arranged melanosomes, bouncing between them repeatedly until 99.5% of the energy is absorbed. If an animal approaches the light, the mouth ensures it cannot leave. The inward-facing teeth function as a one-way retention system, designed to trap whatever crosses the boundary rather than cutting it. Because meals are rare, the fish cannot be selective. Her stomach is capable of expanding to accommodate prey twice her own size. This entire anatomy operates as a passive energy trap. By outsourcing her light and her movement, the female captures calories with the minimum possible biological investment. Beyond simple survival, the midnight zone presents a significant reproductive challenge. In an infinite, empty ocean, individuals are scattered so thinly that an encounter between two members of the same species is nearly impossible. The male anglerfish is built solely to overcome this isolation. He is minuscule, often 100,000 times lighter than the female, and lacks a lure entirely. His body is dominated by a massive olfactory system. Relative to his size, his sense of smell is among the most sensitive in the vertebrate world, tuned specifically to track minute chemical signatures. When ready to mate, the female releases pheromones into the water. The male picks up these chemical signals and follows them through the dark to find their source. He is on a biological deadline. Because he cannot feed independently as an adult, his entire existence is powered by a small reserve of energy that must last until he locates a female. Reproduction in the abyss relies on this desperate, scent-driven pursuit, a departure from the visual courtship common in sunlit waters. When the male finally locates a female, he bites into her side and holds on. Following the bite, their tissues begin to fuse. The male's jaw melts into her side as their circulatory systems merge into a single shared network. In any other vertebrate, the immune system would reject this foreign tissue immediately, but these fish have reduced or absent immune responses, allowing this physical merger to succeed. This state is known as sexual parasitism. The male's eyes and internal organs eventually dissolve until he is reduced to a permanent sperm sac, kept alive by the female's blood supply. Our understanding of this process is still limited by how difficult it is to reach them. We can only visit their habitat briefly and expensively, using equipment that was never truly meant for such a hostile world. Because encounters with living specimens are so rare, much of what we know comes from the fragments we pull to the surface. The anglerfish is not a monstrous mistake. It is an elegant biological solution to a very specific set of problems, a creature shaped by the same evolution as us, just pointed toward a world we were never meant to see.